turkey and collard greens soup with white beans. Now, you may be going, collard greens? Seriously? I grew up in the South and I didn't have collard greens until honestly about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. And I have come to appreciate them for, what they are. I actually started to use them as wrap, the collard green leaves as wrap for like a replacement of like a tortilla or bread, and using the big collard green leaves as wraps for my like turkey roll-ups or whatever I was doing. And so I think that they are great, and they don't taste really bitter or anything like that like I anticipated them tasting. So I'm excited to share this with you in today's soup recipe. So obviously we've got some turkey going on here for protein. We've got the collard greens and some tomatoes and the white beans. So that is going to be a lot of fiber, a lot of vitamin A, C, K, and you've got some calcium and some magnesium here. So minerals that our body needs, and the fiber for the detoxification and all that goodness that we've been talking about for a long time on this channel. This recipe has it all. It's also going to help keep your blood sugar balanced. So we've got, high protein in this stew, this soup. We've got high fiber, good complex carbohydrates that are going to keep you full and energized, and then just a little bit of fat through the olive oils and some omega-3 fatty acids there that, are going to help balance out this soup. So I'm excited to share it with you. So let me walk you through the process. So the first thing I did, as I always do, is I get everything chopped, all my veggies chopped. In this case, I just had two things that I needed to do, and that was chop up a medium onion. I have a red onion again today. I love the red onions for the red polyphenols, the purple polyphenols in that red onion. So good for us. And then, so I chopped that into I diced it really. And then I took my collard green leaves that I got straight from the farmer's market yesterday. You can't get any fresher than that. They were harvested on Friday. And so all I wanted to do was strip the stalk off the leaves. So I literally I took the leaves and I ran my knife down either side of the stalk of the leaves, put the stalk aside, and once I got all my collard green leaves cut up and the stalks removed, then I just chopped them up into kind of large, rough chop pieces, because they will cook down, they will wilt while the soup is cooking. That's it. That's all the prep that I had to do for this recipe. So I got some olive oil going in my pot, I got a Dutch oven going at about medium heat, got that olive oil heated up, added in my onions, let them cook down for about 3 minutes, added in my garlic. I've got my minced garlic that I get from the store, just for sheer laziness, nothing other than that. Let that incorporate for about 30 seconds before I added in my turkey. Now I did choose to use ground turkey breast here. You can use regular ground turkey, whatever you want to do. I had to buy it from the store this time as my farm was out of ground turkey, but that's okay. I got the ground turkey breast, got that in there, let that chop that up, broke that up, let it brown. And when it was completely cooked, I added in my collard greens, got those stirred around, let them start to cook down, wilt for about 3 minutes before I added in my spices. So in this case, we have thyme and a bay leaf. So I added those in, stirred those all together. And at that point, I added in my can of organic diced tomatoes, my rinsed and drained white beans, and then my homemade chicken bone broth. I just made a fresh batch the other day, so I've got nice, good, collagen-rich, anti-inflammatory rich homemade chicken bone broth that I added in there. So I got that all stirred around and made sure everything was incorporated, brought that to a boil, and then popped the lid on, turn it down to a simmer, and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And that is what it is doing right now. So when it's done, I will show you what we've got. All right, the timer just went off and I pulled up a bowl of this soup and it looks really good. I love the vibrancy of the tomatoes and the collard greens. It smells amazing. I did manage to find the bay leaf and take that out, so make sure you do that before you serve it. but you can see it's still steaming and it just looks really good, and I can't wait to have this for dinner tonight. So I hope you've enjoyed this kind of transitional soup recipe taking us from winter into spring. So stay tuned. Coming at you with some spring recipes here in the next few weeks. So until then, I'm Holly Andrews, and I believe that you can heal your stress from the inside out.